Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nicole Brown and I'm a psychologist and mental health clinician who in my spare time creates beautiful products designed to promote mental health and well-being. Today I wanted to take some time to talk to you about school refusal and social anxiety. So in my work, I work with lots of kids who suffer from these conditions, and some of them have missed years of their education. My concern is that with all this extended time away from school because of COVID-19 lockdowns and social distancing, there's going to be a huge increase in kids that have trouble getting back to school, especially those who normally have difficulties getting back to school and separating from mum and dad after their extended school breaks over Christmas. Or for kids that are just really good worriers. The what if kids that are always asking, Mum, what if this, what if that? If you have one of those kids, you need to listen to what I'm saying. There are some things that you can do during the lockdown that will make it easier for your kids to get back to school when that happens. So my number one thing, and probably the most important thing that I want you to take away from today's video, is you need to keep to routine. As much as possible, keep to your daily routine that is whatever is normal for you guys. Now, I know that isn't easy when you can't leave the house, but what I mean is, when they would normally be going to school, they're working on schoolwork or some sort of educational activity. They have breaks when they would normally have breaks, and free time comes at the end of the day when school would normally end. They maintain their sleep routine and get up at a certain time in the morning. They have breakfast, they get dressed, and they do their school activity in their uniform if at all possible. I know some places don't have uniforms, but my guys will be getting up and doing their online schooling in their uniforms, and they will have their breaks at their allocated times, and free time will come at 3 o'clock when they normally finish school. Sleep routines are really important also, because lots of the kids that I see have what we call a reverse sleep pattern, which means they're staying up all night, sleeping all day, and this makes it really hard to get them back to school. So a lot of the times I have to work with them at restoring their sleep routine before we can even start at addressing the anxiety to get them back to school. So it's really important that even though we don't have the same structured day, that we still maintain the same wake time. And even if we've had a poor night's sleep the night before, because stress will impact on your sleep, it's still really important to get up at the same time anyway. Struggle through the day as best you can. If you really have to take a nap, try and limit that, and that way when you're then tired the next night, you're more likely to sleep and re-establish a good sleep routine. For teenagers, it seems it's particularly easy for them to slip into this reverse sleep routine, and really hard to get them out of it. To correct a reversed sleep cycle, what you need to do is slowly adjust their wake time to slowly bring it back to normal. So what you would do if your child's sleeping until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you'd bring it back and set an alarm for 1:30, 2 o'clock. Make sure that they're getting up at that time. Do that for a couple of days, then bring it back another hour or two, then another hour or two for 3 days, till you get them back into that normal sleep routine. Problem with that is that you have a week to 2 weeks of a grumpy, tired teenager, which we all want to avoid if we can. So keep those sleep routines happening. They're really important. The other thing that's really important to maintain is that routine of separation and reconnection. Many anxious kids find it really hard to separate from their parents after they've had an extended period of time of having them available to them 24/7. What I recommend is having a structured time where you're working in one room and your children are doing their schoolwork in another room, and then know that barring a medical emergency or the house burning down, you are not available to them. This will help maintain that routine of needing to separate from you during school time and then rejoining at the end of the day. This will help immensely, especially with younger children, when it comes to getting back to school when school returns. The fourth thing I want to mention is make sure the information you provide your children is accurate but reassuring. We need to remember that the media has a vested interest in dramatizing and sensationalizing the news. Kids are bombarded with these sensationalized messages, and as parents we need to be the ones to be reassuring and realistic about the risks. For example, you might want to talk about COVID as being an illness that does make people sick, and that most people recover from it as long as they can be treated by the doctors. And because the doctors are so busy, it's really important that we stay inside to make sure that we don't catch it, so that the doctors can treat those people that are already sick, or something along those lines. The other thing is to have some fun and movement. Fun and movement releases chemicals in the brain that counteract the stress hormones that are released at these times. So make sure that you take some time each day to schedule in some fun and movement and activities. Create some memories and spend some time just laughing, joking, singing, playing, and enjoy this forced family time as much as possible. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more mental health tips and tricks, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again shortly. Bye.